Cayton Children's Museum. It's been a while. I should probably check in on all the exhibits. We've got the firefighter station in Let's Help. I'll visit Reflect On to get in tune with nature. And now I shall test the main climbing thingamajig. Come on. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, this is, I feel reflected on. Yeah. Night sky. Come on. Well, I've checked in on most of the exhibits. Now I just gotta look at the marketplace. Hey! Look who it is! Yoli, buddy! I didn't know you guys were here. Jeez, they're all the way here from Animal Apartment. Look at that. Well, of course we're here. Somebody's gotta make sure everything's shipshape. And that's right, we were the nearest somebodies we knew. Isn't that right, Yoli? Well, great minds think alike. Yeah, my mom always said you gotta get back to doing what you were doing before you started doing what you just finished doing. That way you always finish your doings. Yeah, anyway, now that we've assured that all this fine produce is shinin', we better get back to the APT. Wanna be our Huckleberry? Come back with us? Actually, I gotta be sticking around. Actually, I'm starting a new program today. Oh. Trying to do something a little different. What's that? Well, if you want, you can just stick around and find out. Hi friends, I am the amazing Andres, and I am very excited to have you with me here today at the Cayton Children's Museum. Yes, the world may not be quite ready for us to be open again yet, but I was thinking I want to start doing some of my programming here at the museum so that you can still experience it a little bit from the comfort of your own home. I am very excited to start on our week focused on rhythm. But what do I really mean by rhythm anyway? Rhythm guides our everyday. The sun rises, the sun sets, the moon comes out to play, the tides wash in and pull out. I wonder, are there any rhythms that we feel inside our bodies? Oh yeah, my heartbeat. That's a rhythm. And my breath. I breathe to a rhythm as well. Wow, rhythm really is a part of our everyday, isn't it? Now, when I think of art that really encapsulates rhythm, I think of hip-hop. And this is a perfect time to talk about it, because August is the birthday of hip-hop. But, what is hip-hop and why is it so special? Hip-hop is a culmination of multiple art forms coming together and beating to a singular rhythm. The DJ sets the music to the rhythm. The MC puts words to that rhythm. The dancers add movement to the rhythm. And then the artists spray painting. They create a vision of that rhythm. And then the most important aspect of all, when all these things come together, is the spread of knowledge. So that's why I am so excited to share with you this really cool book today. It's When the Beat Was Born, DJ Kool Herc and the Creation of Hip Hop. Let's check it out. Clive loved music. It didn't matter what kind. Whether it was wah-wah scats of a jiving trumpet, a sorrowful twang of a sad voice, or the belting boom of a gospel singer. Little Clive loved the way sound thumped and bumped all the way down in his stomach. He loved the way the music made his feet go hip-hop, hippity-hop. Now, Little Clive, he lived in Kingston, Jamaica. His hero was a DJ named King George, who threw the biggest and baddest house parties in the neighborhood of Somerset Lane. On Saturday nights, everybody who was anybody made their way to Somerset Lane for King George's hot dance parties. Now, little Clive, he was too young to go to the parties, so he went to the house when King George and his friends were setting up during the day. They'd arrived pushing a big old handcart stacked with crates of records. Clive had never seen so many records. I guess he just loved the opportunity even to see the music, even to see the rhythm start to form. Oh, but he imagined himself as a DJ, surrounded by all of those records, just choosing just the right song to get the party jamming. He saw himself toasting like a DJ and talking and singing over the instrumental B-sides of records. Clive dreamed of everyone's feet going hip, hip, hop, hippity hop. Little Clive really wanted to be a DJ. Now, when little Clive was 13, he joined his mama in New York City. Now, Clive wasn't sure he liked his new neighborhood in the Bronx. Well, it was cold. He had to wear silly winter hats with ear flaps, and everyone made fun of him. Hey, it's hard moving to a new place, just like our friend Buddy learned last week. But Clive did find one thing besides music that made him feel like he belonged. Sports. He ran track and lifted weights. He played basketball at the neighborhood playground. And soon, little Clive was not little anymore. He had grown to 6'5". Now, he called himself Cool as Clyde, after his favorite basketball player, Walt Clyde Frazier. But the kids on the basketball court took one look at his size and called him Hercules. Clive cut the name short to Herc, and then added cool to make it just right. Cool Herc. You know, the best part of being big was that he would go to his mama's neighborhood house parties where he listened to the hottest tunes and danced like crazy. Clive loved those parties. They were just like the ones he stood outside of in Somerset Lane back in Jamaica. Then one day, Cool Herc's father bought a monster sound system with giant 6-foot speakers. But when he hooked up the system, instead of a really big sound coming, a little mumbling sound trickled out. So Cool Herc spent days switching wires and plugging things into other things until one day that sound was big. Not just big like Cool Herc, but big like an entire block in the Bronx big. Let's go to show he wasn't gonna let that machine not work stop him from producing music. Now, Cool Herc and his little sister Cindy, they rented the rec room in their housing project on Sedgwick Avenue. They hand wrote invitations telling everybody when and where to get their groove on. They posted cards around the neighborhood. They set up their father's sound system. And then on the night of the party, everybody who was anybody made their way to Sedgwick Avenue for Cool Herc's hot dance party. And that is when Cool Herc became DJ Cool Herc. DJ Cool Herc noticed that dancers danced crazy hard during the breaks in the song when the lyrics ended and the music bumped and thumped. Herc knew that's what dancers wanted. So he plugged in 2 turntables and he set it up so that when one record ended the break, that really sweet part of the song that everyone loves, he would just flip over to the other turntable and start that break over again. Doing this over and over, he made a 10-second break last for 10, 15, even 20 minutes or more. So he would take the part of songs that people loved to dance to the most, and he found a way to make it repeat over and over again. Now, this was before there were any computers, so he was doing this just by flipping over records by his own hands. It was impressive. Now, Herc remembered the way DJs in Jamaica would chant and toast over the music. He started calling out the names of his friends during the breaks. And everybody loved hearing his or her name called out over the music. He'd compliment people on their dance moves. He'd talk about the music and send shout-outs. He'd make up little raps like the jump rope rhymes he heard on the playground. Or he would call, "Hey, Mike on the lights, make like a strobe." And Mike would flip the switch on and off. And over the next year, Herc took his parties to the streets and the parks of the Bronx. He plugged in his sound system into the lampposts. They pulled so much power from those city street lights that the lights dimmed. Perfect for a street party. So Kool Herc's music made everybody happy. Even street gangs wanted to dance, not fight. Gangs like the Savage Skulls, the Glory Stompers, the Blue Diamonds, the Black Cats, and the Black Spades turned into breakdancing crews who performed some of the slickest moves. Herc called the coolest dancers breakdancers, or b-boys, because they loved to dance the breaks. When Herc would find a really good break, he'd shout, "B-boys, go down!" Then the breakdancers would cut and jump their gymnastics. Hey, check this out. We got the top rock, the down rock, the windmill, the turtle, the suicide, the one-handed handstand freeze. Now Herc gathered a crew of friends to rap behind his DJing. He invited Coke LaRock, a Jamaican friend, to rap. He called him his master of ceremonies, or MC. Coke knew all about toasting like Jamaican DJs. He was the first of Herc's crew of MCs called the Herculoids. I love how all the imagination that Kool Herc had. He came up with all kinds of different names. Everyone got to come up with their own identity in this wonderful world of hip-hop that they were inventing. Soon, kids from all over New York City came to see DJ Kool Herc, who threw the biggest and baddest parties on Sedgwick Avenue. Africa Bombada, Grandmaster Flash, Jazzy Jeff, and dozens of others all wanted to be DJs just like Kool Herc. He inspired a whole new movement. And now he didn't just rock the block. He put the hip hop, hippity hop into the world's heartbeat. Thanks for hanging out with me today, friends. I hope you learned something new about hip-hop today. I wonder, if you could coordinate a block party with your family and your neighbors, what part would you play? Would you be the MC? Would you be the DJ? Would you be one of the b-boys? Or would you be making some great art? Well, if you ever do host your own block party, please let me know. I'd love to be there. Thanks a lot, friends. I hope you have a great day.